All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create this stretch effect. So this was a project that I found on Photoshop, and I've kind of modified it. We've done our own versions. So let's just go through the edit. So let's start off with this picture here. This is a picture of Melanie, and she was doing some jumping in the studio. And let's get right into this thing. So you want to go to Select, and we're going to go to Subject. So we'll let Photoshop go through and identify her and create a selection. Then what we're going to do is just add a mask. So we've done a nice job there. This is something we usually don't do, but what we're going to do is right click on the mask and apply the layer mask. So what we want is for it to just be the pixels of her and no background. And that's going to be something that we'll kind of discover in a moment why we do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and crop it, and I'm going to convert it from what we usually do from 8.5 by 11 to, I'm just going to go square, 1:1. And I'm going to extend out the edges and give some good space around her. And then I'm going to go to my move tool and kind of center her. So let's add another layer and put it beneath her. And then we're going to go to our gradient tool, and you can open this up. There's lots of different options. You can open these up, and there's lots of different background colors that we can try. So just kind of experiment and see what you like. Okay, now we're going to go back to the layer of her, and by default it's on the rectangular marquee tool. It's the second tool in the toolbar. So you want to click and hold down. So kind of depending on your image, this one there's going to be more information that we can pull from if we use the column selection. So I'm just going to go right here and select. So that's a selection that's just like all the way through. What we need to do is go edit copy, and then we're going to make another layer and go edit paste. And so let me show you what that did. It created this really narrow selection of her. So now what we do is we're going to go to the move tool and turn on show transformation controls. You have that checked. At this point on my keyboard, I'm going to hold shift and alt. I'm going to grab right at the middle and extend out. So it just kind of extends out, and then I'm going to hit enter. All right, so I don't like the transformation controls if I don't need them. I don't need them anymore, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now, what we're going to do with this color bar here is we're going to go to filter, and then we're going to go to distort and polar coordinates. And so we'll see that it's going to just turn it into this circle. All right, so then we're going to turn that layer on, and we need to drag this into the middle. And from here, there's kind of a couple different things you could do. In the tutorial that I saw from Photoshop, they kind of removed part of this circle. So if you scale it down, Control T, and we can scale it down. We can put it back there, and if you apply a layer mask here, and then go to your brush. Where's my brush? When your foreground color is set to black, you can erase this part and create a little gap there. Oops, press X to bring that part back. X again. So you can create like a gap that's there. Or maybe you like the whole circle. Let me get rid of that. You could just keep the whole circle as well. Here's another option that I thought was kind of neat was you could go in here, go to filter, blur, and radial blur. And there's a couple options. You could do spin or zoom and just play with the amount. And then it kind of creates a different effect there. So that was neat. I mean, a couple different options you can go, just kind of explore and see what you like. But there you go. That's your stretch effect. And there's a couple things that are a little difficult there, but once you figure it out, it's a pretty easy edit. So look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And one of the best things that's going to help you is to have a good portrait with a real simple, clean background, so you can remove that. All right. If you have any questions, send me a chat. Look forward to seeing what you come up with.